beep beep. Jester special. How are we, good peeps? Just lunchtime Jester special. Yes. The sun's actually shining. I may go out. Become a warrior teacher, buy me a coffee, the usual stuff. Okay. The Daily Mail, right? I'll put the links in the dupers as usual. The Daily Mail is reporting on a Dutch finding of a long study, a very long study indeed, that they have discovered that most people with gender problems, it all stops. Right? Once they get to 25, it's pretty much over. It's amazing, isn't it? That people foresaw that this was the case. You look at the people that worked at the Tavistock who became whistleblowers. Yep. Doctors, nurses, safeguarding specialists, they all knew. They all knew it was nonsense. But I've got a problem with the article. And I've got a problem with reporting currently, completely. And it's just something that's really frustrating me. So I'm going to pass that frustration to you, and then I'm going to go and have a coffee. Coffee. Did I say cocky? Come in, Dr. Freud. I'm going to go and have a coffee, right? What the hell do people think they're doing? Gender identity does not exist, right? Gender identity does not exist. It is a part of personality. So gender identity is personality. Gender expression is fashion. Gender identity does not exist. It should not exist in any clinical literature other than as a psychosis. As some, I don't think that's the correct word. I'm sure Clive would correct me if he was here. I don't think psychosis is the correct word, but you get my drift. It's not, transgender ideation is one thing, isn't it? They say, they've got transgender ideation. We need to stop this, right? Okay? So what it is a categorization error. You are categorizing yourself wrongly as something that does not exist or having something that does not exist, right? You have a personality. Now, you might be ill, in which case we need to improve services for people that are ill, or you might just have got your category wrong and you're flouncing around in clothes that you think represent the other sex and, idolising having your breasts ripped out or your cock and balls messed with, right? That might be where you're at, okay? Now, it's my personal opinion that in itself is an illness, right? It's bodily integrity or identity disorder or something. These people that want to have all their bits cut off, or not the same as the mad woman who married a tree, but you get the idea, right? Like, this isn't my arm. I was watching a television program called Vienna Blood, which is like a sort of Victorian poor man Sherlock, right? With the bonus being that the bloke who's in it is just this tall, wispy, willowy creature. He's just beautiful. I'm a little short, fat one. Be like dating the BFG. So, and in it, he's met by a woman, and he's an exponent of Freud. This woman comes in and goes, I look at it and I see it. I look to the right and there it is. It's always there. And she's talking about her own hand. But it's not my hand. This is where it all starts, see? This belief that you're something you're not. You got these mad trans nut jobs going, you're wonderful and loved, and here's how you get away from your parents, like that Jeffrey Marsh Mallow creep. Right, him. Right? Or I saw another one yesterday with a not cock ring, nose ring in his. I want you to know that you're loved, and if you're young and you're a child, please call me at any time. Please. Yeah, right, mate. Just no is the answer. Gender identity is personality. Gender expression is fashion. Now, once you've got that personality, if you have problems with that personality because you have a psychiatric condition of some kind or whatever it may be, and I'm talking about diagnosed, not I've got ADHD in my bio because it makes me think I'm special, or I'm a bipolar, BIPOC, IMJT, or whatever it is they put, the bleeding lunatics. Because what we have in this country right now is a mental health sales drive, and the vast majority of young people need to stop buying it. Okay, that's how we stop this. We stop buying it. Gender identity is personality. Gender expression is fashion. So if you're a young person that's watching this, I'm speaking now to young people. If you're a kid that's watching this, maybe your mum said, go on, watch him, he's mad, but you watch it anyway, right? There's nothing wrong with you. All right, we all have problems. Now, if you really can't cope, do go and get some help, but don't embrace it unless, you have to embrace it to deal with it. For God's sake, don't go around saying that you've got a gender identity. What the hell would you do that for? You're mad if you do. Absolutely mad. You haven't got a gender identity, you've got a personality. Now, here's how the game works, right? So you get your personality. We're all given one, right? Right, here we go. Personality for you. Yeah, what kind of personality would you like? That isn't how it works. You just get it, right? And there'll be good things and bad things about your personality. And It's rather like an uncut diamond. Right, so there you are, you're 14, 13, 15, 17, 21, 22, whatever it may be, and you've still got this rough cut diamond. If you adopt this ridiculous and unbelievable rubbish that is gender identity, then you are not cutting the diamond, you are wrapping it in shite. And you need to wash your diamond off, right? So wash your diamond off, then you can begin shaping your personal diamond, which is your personality. And the more you shape it, and the more beautiful the diamond becomes as you brush it up and make it look like something you'd want to expose to the public, you'll develop what's called a character. Usually takes you about 10 years from the time you're 16. Then your character will begin to emerge. And at that point, you'll develop principles and take on responsibility. It's not hard, right? But it takes time and work. But it's not hard. It's made 10 times harder if you believe in this identity guff. If you believe that gender identity exists and gender expression is important and that non-binaries exist. So the Daily Mail, in reporting on this and saying that most people don't, it all goes away, are still doing so in the lexicon and the argot, lexicon, words, argot, language thereof, of the cult. Well, when a person develops a gender identity, they don't develop it, right? It goes like this. Up to 13, yeah, don't just keep them quiet and make them behave in public. They shouldn't even bloody speak in my book. After 13, they start learning what it means to be moving towards a 5-year process of entering the adult world. And at that point, they're an adult like the rest of us. Okay, now if that gender identity guff gets in between that, it damages your ability to polish your diamond. It's that simple. It damages your ability to cut the diamond, to build a good character, and to become a stronger individual. If you're unwell, go and get help. But most of you aren't. The vast majority of people aren't. It's a mental health sales drive, and you're falling for the product. Don't fall for the product. That's my honest advice. Go and read the Daily Mail article. See what I mean about the language they use. I'll see you later. Ta-da!